Hi everyone, Grayson here and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my quick and easy favorite appetizer recipes for any game day. So the first one I'm going to be making is my cheesy chicken bacon ranch sliders. And the second one will be my game day bites. And the third recipe I'm going to do today is my $1 million touchdown dip. So let's go ahead and get started. So these cheesy chicken bacon ranch sliders call for chicken, Hawaiian rolls, bacon. I'm using sliced Colby Jack cheese, ranch dressing, ranch seasoning, half a stick of butter, parsley flakes, and grated Parmesan cheese. Now you can use deli chicken or any chicken of your choice. I've decided to use a rotisserie chicken. Now I've decided to use turkey bacon instead of regular. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and cook our bacon. Now I decided just to do it in the oven. It's a little easier for me that way. Now this recipe calls for 12 slices. You can use less, you can use more. It's completely up to you. So I'm just gonna cut this bacon in half. And who doesn't love bacon on a slider? Let's go ahead and get this in the oven. So I'm going to take a little bit of our spray pan and just lightly spray this dish. We don't want anything to stick. Okay, now that our dish has been prepared, we're going to go ahead and get our Hawaiian rolls all set. These are going to be so good, y'all. And I'm just going to use a bread knife or a serrated knife. I can smell that bacon cooking. It is going to be good. Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to lay the bottom rolls into our pan. Okay, so the next step in this process is go ahead and get our butter ranch sauce made. So I've got a half a stick of butter. We're going to go ahead and get this melted in the microwave quick. So for our butter ranch sauce, we have just melted a half a stick of butter. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of your ranch dry seasoning mix. And then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes. So let's go ahead and get this butter ranch sauce mixed well together here. So next is to go ahead and get our cheese prepared to go on these sliders. Now this is sliced Colby Jack cheese. So we're going to use this whole pack, which is 12 slices. Next we're going to go ahead and just quarter these slices. Now that our cheese is all done, let's go ahead and assemble our sliders. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do when we start to assemble our sliders is to go ahead and brush the bottom half of our bread with our butter ranch sauce. And brush this generously, making sure that you get every bit of this bread coated well. Get all your corners and all your edges real well. Okay, so the next step is to go ahead and start laying down our cheese. Now we're going to put 2 slices of cheese per roll. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and lay down our chicken. Now again, this was a rotisserie chicken and I went ahead and just shredded this. So we're just gonna put this on top. You can be as generous as you would like with this chicken. Now some people would use deli meat, deli chicken, and you just want to slice it thin. I just thought the flavor from a rotisserie chicken would be great. And this entire dish was under $20. And that's less than what a pizza would be. So for game day, it cannot go wrong with these sliders. Okay, I think that's got it for the chicken. So the next step is to put our bacon down on top of the chicken. Some people crumble their bacon, but I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it flat. So we have our bacon down, and y'all, this is looking really good. Okay, now that we have our bacon down, and I did use all 12 slices, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of our ranch dressing. Y'all have to try these. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. We're just gonna lightly drizzle. We're just going to cover everything with our last remaining bits of cheese. Okay, and the last step is to go ahead and lay the tops of our Hawaiian rolls right on top, just like that. Brush the tops with a little bit more of our butter ranch sauce. Look at that, y'all. So I'm having a small gathering, and I know that these are going to disappear very quickly. These always make a hit. And I serve these on any game day. I lightly sprinkle Parmesan cheese over the tops of these. We've gone this far, y'all. We might as well keep adding to it. So we're just gonna put a little bit on top to top them off. We're gonna go ahead and cover them with foil, and we're gonna pop them in a 325-degree oven for 20 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and get them in the oven. It's been 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and get these out of the oven. Okay, wow, look at those. We're gonna remove the foil. We're gonna pop these back in the oven for an additional 10 minutes uncovered, and they'll be ready. Okay, they're all set. So now that we have the sliders out of the oven after the additional 10 minutes uncovered, I'm gonna lightly brush these one last time for a little color. And that's it. Let's go ahead and try these. I'm just using my serrated knife here. Wow, y'all, look at that cheese pull. And this is what it looks like. Mmm. These are incredible. The bacon is definitely coming through. The butter ranch sauce is definitely coming through. The Hawaiian rolls are the best choice of bread. Mmm. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you these are the best sliders I've ever had. I love making these. These are a crowd pleaser. They're easy to assemble. You cannot go wrong. The rotisserie chicken is coming through. These are definitely worth your effort. Okay, there you go. That is my cheesy chicken bacon ranch slider. I hope you enjoy them. Okay, so the second appetizer I'm going to be sharing with you is a recipe that I call Game Day Bites. Now these are small, cheesy, savory bites. So let's go ahead and get started. The recipe calls for 1 10-ounce bag of Tostitos Scoops, 1 block of softened cream cheese, 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese, 1 large egg, 1 15-ounce can of sweet corn drained, 1 4-ounce can of green chilies, mild or medium, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese for topping. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lightly spray my pan with a little Pam. The next step is to go ahead and get our scoops placed on our tray, on our pan here, and we're going to put them scoop side up, ready to be filled. The next step is to go ahead and assemble our mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and start with cream cheese first. Now this is 8 ounces. That is already softened. Eight ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. Next is 1 egg. 1 can of sweet corn drained, 4 ounces of green chilies, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, followed by half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now all we have to do is just combine all these ingredients. This is why it's really important to have your cream cheese really softened. It just makes it easier to incorporate. Okay, that's coming together very well. Okay, I think that's got it. So we're going to fill these with about a tablespoon. Just be generous with it. These are so good, y'all. We have 48 Tostitos filled with our mixture. The last step is to sprinkle the tops with Parmesan cheese. It'll be our last step before we pop them in the oven. These are always a big hit at any game day gathering that I have. Can't wait. You'll have to let me know in the comments section what team you're rooting for, or tell me in the comments section what your favorite recipe is for any game day experience. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put these in a 425-degree oven, and we're going to bake these for 13 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, wow. I don't know if y'all can hear that sizzle. Those look fantastic. I can't wait to try one of these. And y'all saw how easy those were to throw together. You can put these together in a pinch, last minute throw together for company. Any game day poppable small appetizer bite. You just want to make sure that you cook them long enough to where they're nice and golden brown. I think these were in the oven for about 16 minutes. I'll try this one right here on the end. These are excellent. You saw how easy they came together. The corn is coming through, the cream cheese comes through. The shell is great. This is a perfect appetizer for any game day. They're nice and crunchy and golden brown. They are so good, y'all. I would highly suggest you try these. They would complete any game day menu. And that brings us to our third and final appetizer recipe, which is my $1 million touchdown dip. So this recipe calls for 2 cups or 16 ounces of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 block of softened cream cheese, 8 slices of bacon, 4 green onions divided, a half a teaspoon of salt, a fourth of a teaspoon of garlic powder, a fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper, and an eighth teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a half a cup of slivered almonds. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything mixed up in this large mixing bowl. So we're gonna start with our shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Calls for 2 cups or 16 ounces. Next, we have 1 cup of mayonnaise. I prefer Duke's. Being in the South, that is what I usually always use. So y'all, I love this recipe. This is an amazing recipe for any occasion. And you know, it takes a while to kind of get these recipes perfected. I haven't always gotten them right. I've burned dishes, I have messed recipes up, but over the course of time, you learn what works and what doesn't. You can always add things, you can take things away, and you just kind of make it your own. And believe me, your family and your guests will tell you. So, all right, so 1 cup of mayonnaise. Next, we're gonna add our block of softened cream cheese. And I just found that it always incorporates better when it's nice and softened. So a half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm using sea salt. A fourth of a teaspoon of garlic powder. A fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper. An eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And I need 4 green onions divided. I'm gonna give these a quick wash. So this calls for 4 green onions divided. So to me, what that means is I'm gonna go ahead and cut up 2 now, and they're gonna go in my bowl with the rest of my ingredients. And then I'll cut up the other 2 and garnish the top of it. I call this my 5-minute $1 million touchdown dip, because one taste of this dip and you'll see why it's called a $1 million dip. Okay, let's go ahead and get this in our bowl with our other ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and just mince up my other 2, and I'm going to set these aside, and I'll use these to garnish. So it also calls for a half a cup of slivered almonds. And last but not least, 8 pieces of bacon crumbled. Now I'm using turkey bacon. This has a really good crunch to it. I cook it a little bit longer. Y'all, this dip is so good. So let's go ahead and get this mixed up. I've decided to serve Townhouse crackers with it. You could use Captain wafers or any cracker of your choice. You could put it on Melba toast. You could put it on anything. It's looking well incorporated. That little hint of cayenne pepper really gives it just a touch of heat, but not too much. So let's go ahead and get this in a bowl that we're going to serve it in and get our crackers ready. So now I'm going to take my remaining 2 green onions and just garnish. And this is what it looks like. Literally comes together in minutes. There is no bacon involved. I hope you enjoy. And that's going to do it for my $1 million touchdown dip. So let's go ahead and taste it. Y'all, that is so good. The mayonnaise makes it nice and creamy. The green onions just add an extra spark to it. The slivered almonds, the crumbled bacon, everything in it, that little tiny hint of cayenne pepper is perfect. I would highly encourage you to try this dip for your next gathering. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all were inspired in some way to get in your kitchens and try one of these easy appetizer recipes. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps me to continue to grow my channel and bring content like this to you all. And as always, thank you for watching my channel, and I will see you in the next video.